let's begin unboxing the Sportsroyals Dip Bar stands. And they are pretty heavy. I'm just hoping they don't fall down on my freaking toes. Oh my goodness. It'll break them if it does. Those ain't light, let me tell you. And with these zip ties that it came with, I didn't know I was going to need it. Give me about 20 seconds. I'm going to run down to the garage, grab some wire cutters, whatever you call them. I'll be right back. When I said I'll be right back, if any of you were born in the 80s like me, you know what just popped in my head? After these messages, we'll be right back. Can any of y'all remember that? You'd have to be born in probably the 80s or so to remember it. There's all of my hardware. It does include a wrench. I see it there. So if you're curious, if you gotta have wrenches on hand, the answer is likely going to be no, because I see the Allen wrench there inside of the set as well. Everything is in bubble wrap. Skin that thing back, baby. Whoa. Dropping hardware. Okay, let's see what we're working with. Show me what you're working with. Oh man. Looks like we've got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces. And I'm going to go ahead and quickly refer to the instruction manual to see what the first step is going to be. Again, the wrench and Allen wrench needed for the setup are included inside of the hardware bag. I'm just trying to grab my washers here and kind of separate everything into a pile, or excuse me, into their own individual pile. It appears as all of these Allen bolts are going to be the same size. There are the Allen bolts that are included inside of this set. And here are my two tightening knobs for once I get everything set up. Look, you see that right there? One side doesn't have it, which is this one. And this one side does. So I've got to put we'll call one in the front and one in the back. It appears one end goes into this and the other goes into that. Just like this. So the main bar slides atop. Just like that. Let me do the same to the back one here. It slides over the top as well. Let me go ahead and do the other one exactly as I did that one. Let's see what level. Shoot. I could do a dip at this height. I know he can. Let me see. And now I don't have anything bolted right now, so let me just make sure it's going to hold me without giving out or something. Yeah, I know if I can go this low right here, look at that. And I mean, I'm bringing my knees up a little bit, but dude, he can do one. I'm going to leave them right there. I'm going to put the bolts in down here at the bottom setting. See, I could raise them up higher if I wanted to. You know, if I was going to be doing dips all the time for myself, I may make them a little bit higher. I may not. Because whenever you have to keep your knees controlled and brought up like I was just doing, I'm telling you, I think that's harder to do. I'm going to put the washer onto the Allen bolt first. Boom, boom, boom. Then stick it through. Just like that. And then I've got to tighten these caps right here onto those. And this lowest setting, by the way, I've already noticed, is raised up just a bit from the base here. I'm holding that up with my hands now to line up the holes. There is both Allen screws now through. Let me put the caps on. I'll go ahead and complete these final 4 real fast before I continue with the build. Here is the width adjustment bar that is going to go right here in between these two pieces. So there's one side in. Both sides are now in. Where would I want them? If I was going to be doing them for myself, I'd be right here, preferably. I mean, wouldn't you think about right here? Pretty good width. Let me see.
Yeah, I like that width.
Now for him, let me see where the holes line up at to be closer than that. So that's as close as I can get them right there. The adjustment knobs go into these 2 points right here. Just make sure the threads line up properly before you start turning them so that you don't cross thread anything. I've got them going now. Let me just tighten them up here. Once I get these tight, I will go back and tighten all of the other bolts. What size is this? 13 millimeter. I'm going to use my ratcheting 13 millimeter, as it should make the job go by faster, and as you can see, it is doing so. Now there are all 8 of the bolts now tightened up. I should be able to give these things an official test run here. Let's do a couple dips on them now. I do have them set to the narrowest setting, but that'll be fine. Here's a couple other things about this set of dip bars. Right here at the top, it does have soft padding for the grips. Again, these are both adjustable to be made wider if needed or narrower. However, this currently is on the narrowest setting. Here's a note. If you wanted to bring these in even closer, you could do so by removing the sliding bar right here in the middle that is currently anchored down by these 2 bolts. If I were to unscrew those, I could take this sliding bar back out and bring these in even closer if it was for, depending on how young of a kid you got training or how small of a person. Anyways, I'm going to try out a couple dips here on this most narrow setting, and I will let you see what they look like. Here's one more note, if you're interested in these. Not only do I have them currently on the narrowest setting, they are also secured into the lowest setting. I could unscrew those screws that I just tightened up most recently here inside this live video and raise both of these up. How high, I'm unsure because I didn't actually try that. I'm setting these up low enough for my son, and he's currently in school right now. But without further ado, let's see how a quick set of dips feel. Here we go. I'll just do a couple slow and controlled so that you can kind of get, here's your visual for the width of these at the narrowest setting and the lowest setting. Look, if I push my knees all the way down, they'll hit the floor there, but I've got them raised up a little bit. I like crossing my legs. Woo! My chest is still sore from the other day's workout. Let me give you a side view of these Sportsroyals Dip Bars. And they are sturdy. If you wanted to do any like L-sits, right here on the front, I just noticed it does have the Sportsroyals name right there on the front post. After testing them out myself, they are definitely quality dip bars. I weigh around 170. These things are super sturdy. I'm 6'1". I think they feel great. And after trying them out, I have no problem issuing them an official 5-star review.